Okay, I record this video on Sunday the 16th of July 2017. Do hope you are doing well. So I'm just attaching a quick little video to Friday's day trade just to talk briefly about the importance of exhaustion patterns. They're really critical in showing you what the trend is, where it's going to start, where it's going to end, and so on. I'm going to show you three little charts. One is the 500 tip bar chart, multiple time frames, system view, so this is for day trading. Then we got a 4500 tip bar chart, which is for swing trading, the E-mini, and lastly a daily chart of the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar is setting up now, has been basing for a long time and has now broken up into an uptrend. But anyway, so this is the day trading chart. Show you where the open of the day is. So that's the open, that's the 11 a.m. window, that's the close. This is the overnight activity, Thursday into Friday's open. And we knew we were setting up for a long trade because all we had was exhaustion sell signals on the downside. So this move kind of bottomed with exhaustion sell bullish divergence, and we break into an uptrend. And then we got some flush patterns, some more exhaustion sell, and bullish divergence. But we had not had exhaustion buy. This thing is not going to roll over until we've broken up into an uptrend and then gone and found that exhaustion buy volume and then kind of rolled over. So with the setup for Friday, I got in long here at 47 even as we were breaking into strength. We knew that that was going to keep going because it's not going to roll over because we hadn't had exhaustion buy. It's showing strength because we're breaking through resistances. And although we have a little bit of weakness along the way, with selling down, these were amateurs trying to get this move going on the downside. And all it did was get rid of all of those sellers. We put in bullish divergence, we put in flush, we have a little bit of weakness, and then we break through two time frames here. So the low in the intermediate time frame and the highest time frame, we've broken all three on the way up. So that exhaustion buy signal that you see here, that's actually getting the move going. That's breaking us up through this level, which was 2450. Really important, the hundreds, the 50s are all psychologically, technically really important levels. So 2450, psychologically, technically important level. We broke through it with exhaustion buy volume, and we're off to the races on the way up. Now, this is not going to be over until this volume gets dumped and exhaustion buy on Monday. So although we've had quite a lot of profit taking here into the close of the day, it shows with exhaustion selling on the way down. I think we've still got to go put in pullback to end of trend on the intermediate time frame, probably on the highest time frame as well, and we'll go see an exhaustion pattern on a left shoulder kind of up here after Monday's kind of open at some point during potentially Monday. So it's the importance of the setups and looking for those exhaustion patterns. We were going nowhere. We were stuck in a channel. Sets us up for a break to the upside, and then they've all got their stops sitting above this channel. And as soon as they get hit on the upside, bang, we take off. So that was what was going on here. Another little trick just on this. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit to show you that breakout. After the open of the day, we were playing with this new high that we'd had during the overnight session. You can see here, as we're starting to break out, there are no blue professional bars up here at the highs. So the professionals were not taking profits up here. That's how we know that the move's good and is going to continue going. We saw one little blue professional bar taking profits here. I was long at 47 on this breakout here. When we came back into 47, there's more blue professional bars step in at that retrace, exhaustion sell. It was powerful on the downside, but they were catching those lows. Supports holding on the intermediate and the lowest time frame, and bang, we start to break into an uptrend above here. That's a little gathering pattern here, getting ready. And again, we know that they're not taking profits here because we've not had exhaustion buy. And at the end of the day, there's exhaustion, blue professional bars coming into those highs, and these ones here, bang, up at 60, and that's when they start to take profits and roll over. So there we go, exhaustion buy patterns. Now the 4500 tip bar chart, let's look at that briefly. So this is going back about 10 days here. This is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday's trade here with the overnight, the Sunday evening into Monday's open. This is the Donald Jr. Sell-off when all the emails kind of came out. A bit of weakness into there, but we immediately, a V reversal, bounced out of that into strength going on here. So again, looking at the same type of thing, exhaustion sells, bullish divergence comes in. We come back, we test those lows with a flush pattern down here, and we're good to go. Now, with this exhaustion buy pattern that we had, this was pre-open on Wednesday's trade. That was when Janet Yellen was speaking. Wednesday was a tricky, during the day session, was a tricky day to trade, but the pre-open was we had a nice little break to the upside there. So hopefully everybody was trading the Yellen kind of testimony. So that was the exhaustion volume getting us going, the blow-off move kind of getting us going. And now we're coming into Friday's activity, then dumping up here at 2460. So it's the start of the move and the end of the move. But we've still got to make the price patterns as well. We've still got to go pull back to end of trend on the lowest time frame, on the intermediate time frame. We'll see what we'll do with the highest time frame. But we've still got that strength behind us, swing trading wise. But again, the same thing, that's getting us out of this channel. That's with Yellen's testimony, bang, and now we're starting to take profits up here at 60. Now, Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, you can see on the system side, really nice break. We've had strength for the last month, as we've happened here, and we've been breaking above resistance. We've now broken a second time frame. We've got a confirmed break out of this channel, out of 77, 77.50. Here we've hit 78, so we're powering away on our way for the Aussie dollar. And let me show you what we're seeing on the momentum pattern. So first of all, we maxed out on the Aussie dollar here, up at 90, pull back to end of trend, cyclical resistance on the highest time frame, all of those good things. There's all the blue professional bars selling this thing down and the exhaustion sell signal, getting this move going. And then we go from 90 all the way down to 70s, kind of down here, a whole cluster of little pullback to end of trend patterns going on blue professional down bars. And then we have a rally here. That's a short covering rally. It generates an exhaustion buy pattern, but that's triggering all the stops on the way here. But note, on the way down, we have not seen exhaustion sell on this left shoulder kind of going on here. We have to go put in that short covering rally and then come down to get our exhaustion sell pattern kind of down here. So once that's in, we can start our basing. We've got bullish divergence and flush. This time around, you can see it's all amateurs down here. The professionals were in here. The amateurs getting freaked out at this point here. Wrong direction, kind of going short at 70, 72. It holds on the cyclical time frame and then starts to break to the upside. So this exhaustion buy is kind of getting the move going. We tested back in, but we're still going up. So now we've got another kind of high reading coming up here at 78. That'll trigger exhaustion buy at that point. But now we've got cyclical support behind us. So this will kind of rally and keep going. It's taken us, it's taken us a year and a half basically to base throughout this pattern, and now we're breaking into an uptrend on the Aussie dollar. So there you go. Exhaustion volume patterns, they're really kind of critical for showing you what's kind of going on. I'll attach the day trade, but for heaven's sakes, this day trade on Friday was over 3 hours. Woe to go. And I didn't even write it up to the full. I was in at 47 even, out at 52.50 for 5.5 on this break. So as soon as we saw those exhaustion patterns, I was actually getting out at that point just because I'd had enough after 3 hours. I thought it was good profit taking, but it just kept on powering ahead. But anyway, so I'll try and cut down that day trade video to something kind of reasonable. Don't want to add on 20 minutes of video to this for no particular reason, but it was a damn long trade. But just kept my nerve because I knew it was going to break above resistance because of those exhaustion patterns in the background. Anyway, so there we go. Hope your trading is going well. Looking forward to next week. Okay, just got long 47 even, just a minute or two ago. Reason for that is we're breaking through above resistance on 4,500, above resistance on 1,500. This pullback level just went in a minute ago. And no blue professional bars up here taking profits on 1,500 yet. Yesterday, although it was a slow grind up, we still didn't see any exhaustion patterns on the upside. So we've got to go see that. And that's why we're breaking up here. Low risk entry point, kind of come in, another break above resistance on this lowest time frame, give us confirmation of that. I moved the target out at 53 even because kind of elevated, and we've got to go see those exhaustion patterns before it's over and turns around. So let's just see. We've got a data point coming out at 9. Sentiment inventories, that's 20 minutes away, so let's see what we do next. Alright, a couple of blue professional bars on the way up on 500. None on 15. We're at 50 exactly. Round numbers, kind of significant. A little bit of a wedge up there. But that was a 6,000 read a second ago. It's 5,000 read now on momentum. Still passing through resistances. So got our kind of second break here. It's been confirmed uptrend though the whole time. The only bit of weakness that we had here was false break. All those blue professional bars. It was a double break. Blue professional bars step in. So other than that, all the way up. Well, all the way back to entry. With an exhaustion sell signal here. Blue professional down bar. So the question is that a U-turn? They got out here and they were so anxious to sell it down. Still don't think so. We've got exhaustion sell, run out of a bunch of sellers on the downside. Not seeing anything on the upside. So this has got to come in kind of shortly. So let's wait for that. It's just been edging down, but it's led by the amateurs. Then the professionals step in. Slight overshoot. See, we'll have a double come up here. It's the breakout level. Potentially that's buying this dip and heading back to go through these highs and then get an exhaustion buy. But let's see. Alright, there's actually a triple resistance. We're kind of above it on the 4500, but we just put one in on the 1500, one in on the 500. It's a Rambo pattern here. Certainly damn weak in terms of the buying activity that's gone on here. That's why this reading is so low. But these things turn around with exhaustions. It's interesting, it's actually lower on the MTF chart. So my guess is this will come out as a flush pattern, but that one's showing another exhaustion pattern, even in this activity while we're kind of going up. But anyway, busting through that breaks into another trend move, and then we'll go see end of trends, exhaustion buys and so on. So alright, we're back up at 50 on that little dip. Blue professional bars kind of stepped in, they chased it up, a whole bunch of blue professional bars here. It's almost jumping the creek, so here we go, 50 and a quarter, and this is where the stop run should happen. With a dip down like this that have gone more shorts and more stops sitting above this 50 and a quarter level between there and just under 51, 50 and 3/4, something like that. There'll be a stop run to be had, so just had a bit of technical weakness at a previous high, that 50 and a quarter level. So we're coming back again for it. Well, I think that was a crazy Ivan. Just suddenly kind of changed directions just as we were trying to break to new highs, freak everybody out. More Rambo patterns down here. So the amateur's gone short on this breakdown of the 48s, and we immediately bounce off there. Supports hold here, blue professional down bar, so they've used that kind of crazy move just to shake people out and maybe pick it up. So as soon as we go above the highs of that, we'll know that's what was going on there. And then hopefully we've been spending so much time just waiting and waiting for a break. Once we get it, it'll be a strong break, hopefully. Alright, finally, is this going to be it? The stop run, to end all stop runs. What time is it? It is, oh, there we go, that was pretty much it. So they're sitting here. All of a sudden we got the jump. We're busting through resistance on 2 time frames. Blue professional up bar through resistance. That's jumping the creek. It's 11:25 a.m. Chicago time. I've been hunting this entire day for this exhaustion buy. Just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And okay, 51 is the original target, so I'm in at 47 even. So 51 is 4 points. I'm stretched out at 53. But really what I'm looking for is that exhaustion, like an 8,000 read on better momentum on the 1500 tip bar chart. This guy. something to mirror this guy, which was, yeah, minus 8,000. So, we've put in so much toing and froing here, there's got to be a bunch of stops just sitting in this region. I thought we would have just continued on through 51s, but these days stop runs, I don't know, don't have some of the power they used to have. Anyways, this is the open of the day. Exhaustion, bullish divergence flush, and bang, busting up. Oh, what was that? So that was 8,000 on that MTF chart. So maybe that's going to trigger exhaustion buy. No, just out 52.50. Excellent. That is 4.5. And it's just getting a little bit nervous there. 16 to read on better momentum. That's pretty damn big. A bunch of blue professional bars kind of coming in. That's what I was looking to take profits. Let's see. This looks like it's going to make 53s. That's fine. Anyway, that was a damn long trade, and there we go. There's all those exhaustion patterns finally where we run a bunch more stops. All right, it is 2:40 a.m. for me here in Sydney, and 11:40 a.m. in Chicago. Done for the day, finally.